I am going to be in a glass box, tied up, and it's going to be open for the public.
Do my own theatre next month.
Are
so
you?
maybe you could come to that and you see the amount of men that pay to watch me be in a glass cage.
I used to be married, as in a 10-year relationship prior to this.
So I'm the girl that's out with 1,057 men.
What if everything you thought you knew about someone online turned out to be a complete lie? Bonnie Blue, a viral OnlyFans model, recently found herself at the center of a bizarre and brutal rumor. People began claiming that she used to be a man and that her real name was Tom. This wild claim spread across social media like wildfire. But was it all just trolling, or is there something deeper going on? Her calm response. What's truly surprising, though, is how Bonnie responded. While most people in her position might have gone quiet or posted a long explanation, Bonnie took a completely different approach. She stayed calm, almost amused. In a recent interview clip that quickly went viral, Bonnie was asked directly about the rumor. The interviewer said, "I read somewhere that someone said you're a man," and Bonnie didn't flinch. Instead, she smiled and said, "Yeah, apparently my name was Tom."
Someone said that you're a man or used to be a man.
Yeah, I read that as well.
Truth?
Apparently my name was Tom.
This thing used to be a man, bruv.
Acknowledging the speculation with a sense of humor rather than frustration. There was no anger, no defensive rant, just a cool, unbothered attitude. Her reaction caught people off guard. It seemed like she wasn't interested in fighting the rumors because to her, they weren't worth fighting. For many viewers, this moment became a kind of turning point. Instead of the story spiraling into more conflict, Bonnie's calm response shifted the energy. Whether people believed the rumor or not, they were now talking about how she handled it with confidence and control rather than panic. Sent a clear message. Whatever you think about Bonnie Blue, she's not afraid to face the noise. Where did this rumor even come from? So where exactly did this wild rumor begin? Was there a source? A leak? Some kind of viral moment that sparked the chaos? Not really. That's the strange part. The speculation about Bonnie Blue's identity didn't come from a verified report or an official statement. It began the way most online rumors do, with vague comments and out-of-context assumptions. It started on TikTok, where a few users began uploading clips of Bonnie and throwing out bold claims. They pointed to facial features, voice tone, and even her posture, acting as if those details somehow revealed something hidden. Soon, these posts were stitched, remixed, and spread across other platforms. Twitter threads, Instagram stories, Reddit debates. Everyone seemed to be joining in. Some people were convinced they had proof, while others admitted they were just repeating what they heard. There was no real evidence, just recycled gossip presented as fact. But as we've seen time and time again, the internet doesn't always wait for truth before building a narrative. Once the idea was out there, it snowballed. Suddenly, Bonnie wasn't just an online personality, she became a target for endless speculation. And that leads to a bigger question. Was this about uncovering the truth? Or was it about tearing someone down for the sake of entertainment? The internet's obsession with exposure. The entire situation reveals something uncomfortable about internet culture today, especially how quick people are to try and expose others. It's almost like there's a game happening online. Find someone who's successful, confident, or different, and then try to dig up something that changes how they're seen. In Bonnie's case, it wasn't enough that she was gaining followers and building a name. Suddenly, strangers decided that there must be a hidden truth behind it all, and they weren't going to stop until they found it. This obsession with exposure is everywhere. We see it in viral threads, in reaction videos, in comment sections. Someone makes a claim, and instead of asking if it's true, people run with it. Screenshots get passed around. Old videos are picked apart. And soon, someone's entire identity is turned into a public guessing game. But here's the thing, even if the rumor about Bonnie had been true, would that justify the way people reacted? There's a difference between curiosity and cruelty, between interest and invasion. And in this case, what started as a rumor quickly became an excuse for thousands of people to dissect someone else's life, not for truth, but for clicks and attention. Age drama adds fuel. Just when the situation couldn't get messier, another layer of criticism started bubbling up, this time about Bonnie's age. She publicly stated she was 26 years old, but instead of accepting it, people online immediately pushed back. Comment sections were suddenly filled with sarcastic replies like, "She looks 35," or "No way she's under 30." And just like that, the conversation shifted from gender speculation to age shaming. People began analyzing her appearance with the same level of scrutiny they used for the original rumor, slowing down videos, pointing at wrinkles, skin texture, and makeup styles as if they were evidence in some kind of investigation. What's sad is how common this has become. Whenever a woman gains a large following online, there's this pattern. If people can't discredit her work, they attack her looks. And if that doesn't work, they attack her age. It's a cycle that repeats over and over, and Bonnie became the next target. What makes it more ironic is that even though people were mocking her appearance and questioning her age, they were still watching, commenting, and keeping her name trending. The more they tried to tear her down, the more attention they gave her. Bonnie's unexpected answer about dating. But it wasn't just her age or identity that made headlines. In the same interview where Bonnie addressed the rumor about being a man, she was also asked a personal and somewhat controversial question. Would you ever date someone who's transgender? Bonnie didn't hesitate. She replied with complete honesty and confidence, yeah, I don't have a problem with it. There's nothing I can't handle.
Trans things. Would you do a thing like that, like sleep with?
That short answer added a whole new twist to the conversation. Some praised her for being open-minded and inclusive. Others saw it as another reason to continue pushing the rumors about her. But once again, Bonnie didn't back down. She didn't explain herself or try to justify her opinion. She simply said what she believed and stood by it. What's interesting is how her answer revealed more than just her dating preferences, showed that she's comfortable in her own skin, that she doesn't feel the need to fit into someone else's idea of how she should act, speak, or love. And in a world where every word gets twisted, her ability to remain unfazed might be the most powerful thing of all. Cancelled. Event sparks. More talk. Just when it seemed like things couldn't get any more dramatic, another headline started making the rounds. This time, about an event Bonnie was planning. Apparently, she had been organizing a live public stunt that was so unusual, so over the top, that even her own followers were split about it. She had pitched something that quickly got labeled as too much by many people online. The idea involved real-life audience interaction and content that pushed the line of shock value. Critics called it inappropriate. Some said it crossed ethical lines. And before the event could even take place, it was shut down. No official explanation was given, but those close to the situation say organizers pulled the plug due to location issues and concerns over the concept itself. People started asking, was this just for publicity? Was it meant to distract from the ongoing rumors? Or was it simply Bonnie being Bonnie, unfiltered and unbothered? Whatever the intention was, the result was the same. More attention, more speculation, and more people glued to her every move. Even though the event never happened, it gave her even more visibility. And in the world of viral fame, that's a win. The divide online. If there's one thing that's clear, it's this. Bonnie Blue has become one of the most polarizing figures on the internet right now, and the internet is deeply divided over her. On one side, you have people defending her with passion. Some say they've met her in real life and had no doubts about who she is. Others claim she's being unfairly targeted just because she doesn't fit into traditional expectations. They argue that the constant rumors, hate, and mockery say more about the critics than they do about Bonnie. But on the other side, there's still a massive wave of skepticism. There are people who are convinced the whole situation is an act, a character, a strategy, a viral performance designed to keep people guessing. They dig through every clip, dissect every answer, and treat her content like it's part of some secret puzzle waiting to be solved. And right in the middle are viewers who aren't sure what to think anymore. They didn't start out looking for a controversy, they were just watching out of curiosity. But the longer they've followed the story, the more complicated it's become. The debate isn't just about Bonnie anymore. It's about how we, as a digital society, treat people we don't fully understand. The bigger question. At this point, it's important to take a step back and ask the real question. Does it actually matter? In the middle of all the accusations, jokes, breakdowns, and think pieces, we have to wonder, why do people care so much about proving whether Bonnie is or isn't something? Why is a person's identity, background, or history such a constant target when they become popular online? This isn't just about one influencer, it's about how easily people online turn personal details into viral entertainment. And it's about how often women, in particular, are asked to defend themselves in ways that men rarely are, from their appearance and relationships to their age and past. Bonnie Blue might not be a conventional internet star. She's bold, divisive, and unapologetic, but the way she's been picked apart, labeled, and judged so quickly is a reflection of a larger pattern. We live in a time where the fastest way to go viral is to question someone else's identity. But maybe it's time we start asking why that's become so normal, and whether we're okay with what that says about us. At the end of the day, Bonnie Blue hasn't just survived this online storm, she's thrived in it. Despite all the rumors, the backlash, and the constant scrutiny, she's still creating content, still gaining followers, still making headlines. And maybe that's the biggest twist of all. Not that people tried to bring her down, but that it didn't work. She could have responded with anger, she could have disappeared, she could have fought every accusation head on. But instead, she chose silence when it mattered, humor when it fit, and confidence when it counted. Whether you love her, hate her, or still don't know what to believe, Bonnie has made one thing very clear. She plays by her own rules, and she's not asking for approval. But this whole situation also shines a light on how fast internet judgment moves. One rumor turns into a headline. One video becomes the foundation for 1,000 opinions. And before you know it, someone's identity isn't even theirs anymore. It belongs to the algorithm. So maybe the real takeaway here isn't about Bonnie at all. Maybe it's about how easily we react, how quickly we assume, and how often we forget that behind every viral moment is a real person just trying to live their life. Now we want to hear from you. Do you think Bonnie handled this the right way? Do you believe the rumor was planted for attention, or just another internet overreaction? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We read everything, and your opinion does matter here.